seeing out of the window and you're afraid to go outside, if you will trust in God and realize that no weapon formed against you, my brothers and sisters, shall prosper. It gets hard sometimes, but when you step out in faith, you have to be just like that little child that put faith above her fear. Someone asked her, what would you do if the devil knocked on the door? She said, I'm going to let Jesus answer the door. That's what we need to do today. There are some doors that the world is trying to open. You need to let God, through his son Jesus, open those doors. The Hebrew children in Daniel 3:27 said, and the princes and governors and captains and the king's counselors being gathered together saw these men upon whose body the fire had no power, nor was a hair of their heads singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. This is the type of God that we serve. Our God is able to bring us through the fire. Our God is able, just like in Daniel 6:22 said, my God has sent his angel and has shut up the lion's mouth, that they have not hurt me, for as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. My brothers and sisters, God knows who you are. God sees you. And if you'll just be who God called you to be and trust him and be who you are, God will bring you through it. He'll bring you away from the giant. He'll bring you out of the lion's den, and he will slay the giant for you. Just trust and obey. Seek him with your whole heart. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. You need strength, he has strength. You need wisdom, he has wisdom. You need courage, he has it in abundantly. And remember, there is a way out of your mess, and it's JESUS.
Where can you buy a brand new Nissan with a lifetime warranty? Kingston Pike. Hey, folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. You heard it right. Every new Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Good morning and welcome to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Ask Your Neighbor can also be heard and seen on our website, WYSHradio.com. And if you are in Anderson, Roane, or Morgan County and have Comcast cable, you can watch Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV Channel 12. Ask Your Neighbor is the program where you call in and do just that. Ask Your Neighbor. Do you have a comment? Do you have a problem? Or do you have a question? Then call in and ask your neighbor. 865-457-1380 or toll free at 877-711-4005. And for those of you that might be listening or watching on the internet, you can email from our website, WYSHradio.com. Just click on the Contact Us button and email your questions. Now sit back and listen as listeners throughout East Tennessee and the entire world answer your questions on Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV 12 and AM 1380 WYSH.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome into I almost said Wednesday. Thursday? No, it is Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
Okay. I'm just discombobulated.
So
yes. So.
I'm throwing you off.
You all know Stephanie Wells, Director of Tourism here in Anderson County. And Robin Popick is with us, too, from the Anderson County Senior Center. Hi, Robin. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
I'm great, Ron. How
good.
are you doing?
I'm good. Good. Thank you. I'm glad to have you all up here today. First of all, Robin, just tell us a little bit about you and what your position is with the Senior Center. And we'll just kind of start with that because I've never met you until now. So it's nice to meet you.
Thank you. It's nice to be here, actually. Let's see. How can I start? I moved to Oak Ridge about 8 years ago, and I absolutely fell in love with the area. You asked a little bit about myself, and so I'm going to tell you. I came up on a visit, and it was a Friday night, and I stayed overnight. I loved it so much. The next morning, I got a realtor, bought a house within 3 hours, and I moved within 30 days.
Oh,
That's
wow.
how much I love this place.
Wow.
And anyhow, I have a varied background. I have a master's in business, MBA in global management, a couple of undergraduates, one in elementary education and one in human development. I worked for many years in both the private and the public sector.
Great.
And I assisted in privatizing the foster care system in the state of Florida. So I worked under Governor Bush for a while.
Okay.
And I worked with seniors for a very long time, especially in the insurance industry.
Okay.
And which has come in handy right now
I bet.
as I'm helping those seniors steer where they need to go. I no longer sell it or anything like that. But it's become very helpful, especially with the social services background I have, plus the business side, plus facility, plus contract management. So it's the whole, I think my entire life, and I didn't realize, I think I told Stephanie this, my entire life, I didn't know what the heck I was training for until I got to the senior center. And I said, that's it. It's everything all combined. I use it every single day, and I absolutely love it.
For a number of years, probably 10 years or so, every month somebody from a senior center would come up and they would tell us all the activities and everything that were going on. But what all do we have going on? You wouldn't believe the people that don't really understand that we have a senior center. They don't know if they can come or not. They don't know where it is. And even doing it, like I said, for a decade, once a month, people would still call and go, where's that place?
Where is that place?
And the one thing that brought, I mentioned it before we went on, the one thing that kind of brought it to light was there was a lot of controversy over the new building. So a lot of people started to say, hey, there's a senior center. But what all do you have going on? Tell us just a little bit about what's happening at the senior center.
Well, our senior center is unique in that we're the only one, I believe, in the state that has an office on aging attached to it. Okay, that makes it very different. So we have two separate types of activities going on. One that is central to referrals and direct and indirect services out of the Office on Aging, and then the facility and the fun stuff that the seniors get to like. Now, Monday, we're having this, the J25 Jazz Band is coming in, and they're going to be playing. We're going to have a little area for dancing, but I'm also making I'm going to let them know now. I'm making the chili with the rice, and that's going to be their lunch. We do serve lunches Monday through Friday from 12 to 1 through our senior nutrition program. That is through ETHRA, which is, as you know, the East Tennessee Human Resource Agency.
Yes, ma'am.
So we do serve those. And as far as what we're doing, we are doing lots of fun stuff. Yeah. I brought the calendar because honestly, I don't have it committed to memory, and it can change at any given moment.
Yes.
So, of course, we have bingos. Seniors seem to enjoy those bingos, and we have those sponsored by either ourselves at Office on Aging through donations that we receive from the community, or sponsored by companies or organizations that come in and they just love being with the seniors. Sure. We actually had a
bingo callers.
Yes.
Touch from the area. I've done that before. Yes.
And I seriously, I call bingo once or twice. I'm not good at it. I have a nanny voice, so it's everybody says, "What was that number again?" I said, "Please don't hold it against me." Lived in Florida 30 years. Please don't hold it against me. So we have a new quilting group going on right now. It's growing. That's run by Vivian Chick, who is a senior and also a volunteer to do that. We incorporated sign language classes.
Oh, that's new.
That's cool. Yes, it is. I approached United Healthcare and said, hey, what can you guys do for our seniors? And JL was magnanimous enough to offer to come in once a month and teach sign language. And then the other Wednesdays, we have a volunteer come in to do practice with the rest of the seniors.
Was there a need in the center, or were there maybe grandparents whose children were hard of hearing or something, that there was just something that spurred the need for that, or just something interesting? Because I think it's very interesting.
Well, what I thought spurred the need, and that's one of the things that I'm hired to do, is to find the needs and service those needs. What I found was that there were many folks that were either getting hospitalized, got very sick, couldn't talk, maybe was on a trach or a respirator, anything like that. And I said, nobody knows what they need. So JL came in. I said, teach them things like the basics, of course, the alphabet, all that, how to say your name, how to say that you're hungry, how to say you have pain, all those things that you may need if you go into the hospital and you literally can't talk.
Oh, that's very helpful.
They like it. They enjoy it.
I was going to ask how it was received.
It's very nice. And she gives out a lot of paperwork so that they can take home and practice. It's really kind of fun, actually.
Well, it's kind of like how they teach you foreign language now. They teach you the words that you need if you were to travel or encounter somebody. So same thing. I mean, I think about, my mother-in-law that's losing her hearing. It's like that, something like that would come in handy for her to help her communicate.
Well, my granddaughter watches Miss Rachel. I don't know. And, they talk, not only they talk, but they talk in sign. And so when she speaks, she's learning sign as she learning to speak. It was pretty cool.
Wonderful.
A little bitty, too.
Well, it wasn't like an isolated idea, I have to tell you. My mother did sign language.
Okay.
And she went to school for that, just for sign language. And I said, well, what way to honor her is to spread the word about it. But there were some serious needs that had to be met, and I thought that might be a good way of doing that.
Okay.
So we also have, of course, we have Bible studies every week. We have guitar and mandolin classes every week. That's still there. We have ballroom dancing classes. Francesca does that. She's a professional.
And she was saying that she needed men.
Men. We need more men.
Men out there that want a ballroom dance. We've got a place for you.
John and Dwight can't be spread that thin, so we need more men for ballroom dancing.
And you asked earlier who could go there, and I was surprised that it's 60.
60 and over.
Yes.
So that's I was thinking 65. 67. So, no. But it's 60
to participate.
So, they can go there for services. So
that's in adherence with, the feds.
Yeah.
They put that limit on there. We have a Girl You Know series where people come in and do education. We have a volunteer who worked in the IT industry. Well, I shouldn't say IT. I think it's more like the Comcast type, the internet side.
Yes.
And he is teaching the seniors how to cut their bills in half.
Ooh.
So he's doing that.
Can I do that?
If we can we make an appointment sometime?
Yeah. We have.
Well, and speaking of technology, one of the things we met a lady there from the
Jessie.
Clinton Library.
Jessie.
That comes in once a week and just helps people with their cell phones.
Oh, wow,
so
really?
Just different things. If you've got questions, as we were there, just a senior sat down and just handed over a cell phone, and they kind of went through different things. So, that's, and I just got an update.
I could use that, too.
I just got an update on mine, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Mine told me this morning it's trying to update.
Yeah. So, that's there every week.
And there was a serious need for that, especially with the change in Medicare effective January 1st. So they have all these apps that need to be downloaded, and they didn't have their cards, and the only way to get your card before you get your physical card was through the app. So we were teaching everybody what to do so that they didn't have any disruption in their medical visits and things like that. We also have a Speedy series that comes every so many months. This, what is it called now? The Senior Speedy Series, I think it's called. And that's done in conjunction with the mayor's office. So what she does is she sets up different departments from the county to come out and talk very briefly.
10 minutes to tell and 10 minutes to answer.
Exactly. And it's all
I call it speed dating.
It's senior centered. So anything that could relate to the seniors, and they bring forms and things like that. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
We also have, we partnered with AARP. Dr. Salim, he's an awesome volunteer. He has a PhD, and I forgot what it was, but it had to do with seniors. Anyway, he's coming in to do a 2-day driving course with the seniors. It's 4 hours each day. It's free to anyone who has United Healthcare and is over the age of 60. There are small fees for those people who do not have United Healthcare. And they can get a certificate, and they can call their car insurance and see if they'll accept it to discount their car insurance.
That's great.
So,
well, and you were talking about some of the things that they teach them is, like things to look out for as a senior, like as you're getting
as you
older
age,
yeah.
you might have lost a little bit of peripheral vision, and how to compensate for some of the changes that their bodies are going through, what to look for. They also teach them when to give up their driver's license, and we try not to have that happen, but
sure.
There's
but recognize the signs when it's time.
I thought I was a great driver. Obviously, I got lost on the way here, but
that's not unusual. It's just been in recently that even the GPS used to take people to Norris or take them elsewhere. Just recently, they've got us pretty much locked in on GPS, so if you put it in your phone, you can find us. But it's not unusual.
Yeah. It's and that's
told
another
her she was
thing.
here before she was here.
Yeah, I was way here. And but with the driving course as well, they'll teach you about the new dashboards on the modern cars, how to use it. So I'm always looking for things to make our seniors' lives easier.
And do they bring stuff to you that they want to do, that they look for, that they're interested in? They give you ideas and such?
Yeah, sometimes. I do go out and ask for them.
Yes.
I go out and ask. And also ask about what barriers do we have that will keep you from doing XYZ. Our focus is really to make sure that our seniors are able to live in their home happy and healthy. I cut to the chase on that one.
Well, we were talking and I was like, what is your mission? And I was like, mine is just simply heads in beds. I mean, that's, we talk about that all the time. That is our mission. She was like, well, definitely it's to make them happy and healthy. It's like, that's just our basic mission. Sometimes you can just make it more basic.
Yeah. And I mean, you can read the mission statement online on the county website, but it's really all about being happy and healthy. And we offer a lot of smaller health programs as well. Tai Chi, there's no cost for any of these things for the seniors.
That's great.
Including the ballroom dancing. We have mindful movements that is done by our health educator. That is an awesome class. I actually sat in on that. There's, what else do we do? UT, we partner very well with University of Tennessee. They come and they do some programs with us, and we're so excited because we entered into an agreement with the University of Tennessee Health Sciences Center, and what they're going to do is bring their mobile van out to our senior center by appointment, of course, and they're going to do audiology, and they themselves have a partnership to reduce the price of hearing aids. That's going to be starting in April. Some of them may be free depending on the needs of the individual. We also are in talks with a research program that UT wants to run out of our center. At least we'll have some folks that can participate. They'll be paid participants, but it's for those who have heart problems and insomnia at the same time. And there's a lot of really great things that are on the horizon that we're looking at. But mostly I want them happy and healthy. And I can't tell you enough. It's all about moving. It's all about going outside your comfort zone. Maybe even dancing a little bit, that we all woke up. But we have other services come in as well, like SNAP services, things like that. So we hit the social services side. We also take direct applications for LIHEAP and utility assistance and all kinds of other things.
You want to talk about your partnership with your police officers?
Oh my gosh, we have. Greg McBroom is absolutely fabulous. He comes in and he loves the seniors. You can tell. Even through his own personal losses, he has been very upbeat and cheerful with our seniors. But he does come in and teach a few things, like safeties, about safety and scams and things like that. And he's just a welcome person to have in there. We also have other folks that come in.
Because scams, I mean, there's so many that I almost fall for.
Oh, it's amazing.
I mean, they are getting a lot
more and more
clever,
sophisticated.
And mimicking your banking account information. Or, I had a friend of mine that her mother went to the bank and was withdrawing $10,000, and luckily the teller knew her very well and asked questions and kept probing, and probably more than she was supposed to, but because she knew her so well, she kept probing, and then find out that because she got a call got an email from her grandson, and he's in jail in Florida, and he really needs her help, and finally got it stopped, but they're so convincing. It's crazy.
It's
so
it's
a lot of
very
people just don't know
scary.
what to look for, or just click that one little button and then you've got a virus on your computer.
Absolutely.
So I don't even. Those poor people.
Yeah.
And then that's it. They throw the phone away instead of getting it fixed. But we do have a lot of other things besides what we talked about. We have crochet. We have knitting. During the holiday season, St. Mary's Church sent their kindergartners and first graders as a choir to sing to our seniors.
Oh.
And in return, the seniors, headed by Sue Connor, as a matter of fact, made yarn angels, and the seniors made little bags of candies for all the children. It was great when those big yellow buses pulled up. Everybody was so excited. And it's the intergenerational mingling that really helps with a lot of folks. We do see the sad side as well. We have a homeless situation going on with a lot of our seniors. That's heartbreaking, but we are working with that. I work with Scott Nation as well very closely with for our veterans when they come in. And we also have a lot of happy things going on as well. We have a passport program. We call it the Get Up and Go Passport Program, where they actually get a real passport. It looks like a passport, and they get stamped for all the activities that they do. We're looking to increase participation in all of our services, both the federal funding, the 3B and the 3D. 3B is more recreational, whereas 3D is more evidence-based health programs. So we're trying. And
did you all recently go on an overnight trip somewhere? Because I live in the subdivision where the senior center is, and I noticed the parking lot was full for like 3 days, and in the evening as well. And I thought, I bet they went on a trip somewhere.
I'll explain that one. But if you live over there, I don't see you. So
I drive through there 2 or 3 times a day.
Is that a blush? Is he blushing? He's blushing.
No,
I know.
But I tell you, I mean, I haven't been there either. That was I went last week, and that was the first time that I had been in the center. And I haven't toured. I've
been there since the last board meeting that I was at. So
I mean, I've heard things, but the one thing is, I walked through. It's definitely finding the need and meeting the need, but just the sense of community. I mean, I think a lot of our seniors, I think about my mother and my mother-in-law that don't really interact. They're not in the workforce anymore. My mother still is, but you're not interacting with as many people as you used to.
Sure.
And so just walking through there, just seeing the sense of community. I mean, they're eating. There was somebody getting their hair cut. There was a volunteer that comes in and cuts hair. They were working puzzles together, doing crafts together, quilting together, just sitting and talking together. And I mean, it's just a sense of community. And I know, we have social media. A lot of people get wrapped up in that, but we really still everybody needs that one-on-one interaction with other people. And so, I mean, just to go and hang out and get involved, learn something new.
Yeah, get out of your comfort zone.
Right, exactly.
Have a little fun.
Exactly. Everybody was receptive. Everybody, I mean, I think by the end of it, I saw a couple of people I knew. We were all hugging each other. And I mean, it's just that sense of community and that socialization that I think a lot of everybody needs it. I'm not just going to say seniors. Everybody needs it.
We all need it.
I have a high schooler that needs it. So everybody needs it. We all need that interaction. God put us on this planet to be with other people.
Robin, how many people a day do you think come in and take advantage of the services that we have here?
Okay, depends on whether it's a bingo day or not.
Okay. Bingo's a big day.
Bingo's a big day.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I think we had 57, if I'm correct. I'll have to look at the numbers.
Okay.
Unique folks come in, and but the day before we had 2 pages of people. We were about 79 or something like that. So we do have a lot of folks come in. I wish more would come in, because the more people that come in, the more ideas we can glean from that.
Sure.
And what people like. I mean, we have a full functioning library, as a matter of fact, and even a movie library. We have a lot, and games galore. We have a horseshoe area in the front that we want to get started again with folks playing horseshoes, and we're looking at all different ways. We have walks almost every day with our health educators, so we're getting people up and moving. Our goal is to like I said, happy and healthy. Show them the way. It's up to them.
Back when we first acquired that building, I had, and I don't know where it is, I had a architecture draw out. We were going to try and take that additional property that's not really used for anything and put a walking trail in. And we started, and then I don't even remember how or why it fizzled out. I think they were going to be able to do it with shake, not paved or anything. And that was part of the discussion. Wait till there was enough money to have like a paved walking track back through there. But we figured out we could get almost 2 miles of walking track on that extra property.
Absolutely. I would love that.
Yeah, that's something we were working on. And I don't, to tell you the truth, I don't know how or when everything kind of went dormant. And I guess that's the best way I can say it, because me, Robert McCamey, I can't remember all of that on there.
Conrad?
Pardon?
Dave Conrad?
Yeah, Dave Conrad. Dave Conrad. Yeah, Dave was there. You always know
Dave.
Oh, he's a doer. He is definitely a doer.
He's not a talker. He's a doer. Okay, I want doers.
He is definitely a doer. But yeah, that was one thing. I think our last meeting we voted to buy the golf cart. That's the last time I was there. So however long
That's
ago
a long time ago.
That was probably 2 years ago, 3 maybe. That's the last meeting that we had.
Yeah.
But how many employees do you get? Do you have a part-time person that helps you on the senior center, or do we share still with the Office on Aging?
Okay. I
So glad you asked that question.
So glad you asked that question. I absolutely love what our county commissioners and our mayor has done for us there. I have a part-time health educator. I have a part-time, I guess you can say, a front desk person, but she does a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, and she's relatively new to us, and she just stepped right in and took over, and I absolutely love her.
There you go.
Can't live without her already. Within 3 weeks, that's it. I also have another part-time person who works on telephone reassurance, because out of our offices, we call homebound seniors.
Yes.
We find out what services they need. And let's see, who else we have? We have a custodian person.
Oh wow, that was needed.
Place spotless. So that's Mary Ann. She keeps it spotless, and we tell her every day we love it. And we have Cheryl doing telephone reassurance. That's Tyler Mays' mom. And then we have Julie Delvecchio. She is phenomenal. She is an Iraqi vet, and she is a no-nonsense, get those folks walking and doing. And Nicole, who's our front desk person. It's a great group. I have 2 folks in the kitchen, Michelle and Maddie, who are paid for by the old Title V program, which is CSAP. And I have 1 telephone reassurance person, Judy, who also is with that program.
Do you share with the Office on Aging? Do they share back and forth, the Senior Center and the Office on Aging employees? Do they share 2 titles? Or those are different?
No, because most of it is facility based for them. For me, I'm the one that shares both. I am. And so does Nicole. Yeah. Because Nicole's, an assistant at the front desks, and she's great. So it can get harrowing, because I can have lines waiting for me for the services out of the office. But then we also have to make sure that the facility is well taken care of, that our calendars are full, that we have a lot of choice for people, and that everything is in working order.
Sure.
So I'm really grateful that we have the part-time help that we have. We could use, everybody always says that.
Use more people.
But it has, there's no chaos there. It's nice and, what did you call it? Peaceful.
Yes. And just inviting. So. Very inviting. So I felt at home the minute I walked through the door.
Yes,
honestly.
It is. So. It is. It's very different from how it used to be. I mean, I worked there for a month before the last director put in her retirement. And that was interesting, because I was like, you can't leave. You can't. But I was fortunate enough to be there when it happened, and it had a learning curve, and we're there already, loving it.
Like I said, and I extend this invitation to you. We did once a month, and I can't remember, it was the first Monday or whatever it was a month. Someone, usually Cherie or I can't remember the name, but somebody would come up from the senior center, and they would say, here's what we got going on, and here's anything special. I remember we did talent contest. Do you remember that?
Oh, no.
We did a talent. This was back at 205 Main. We did a talent contest and brought it.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah.
It was fun. It was really fun. But
just
anything.
We have costume contests. I mean, Monday's going to be really cool because you're going to have the band coming in, J20, and they're local. They're local here. They play at 201. They play at the Birchfield restaurant. So they're around, and they're really good. And I went to see them again the other day, and I was like, I like this. It's going to be fun. And so we have a lot of different things going on. Besides the fun side, we also have the research, assisting with University of Tennessee. But I did bring the calendar.
If you leave me a calendar, that way I can put it on our community bulletin board.
And it is on the website.
Okay.
So
on what website?
On the Anderson County Gov site, and we're going to make it a little bit more prominent.
AC.gov?
It's AndersonCountyTN.gov.
Gotcha. Okay.
AndersonCountyTN.gov. And so we are going to make it a little bit prominent on the site so that you can get to it easily. And then you all do have a Facebook page, and we have a new county Facebook page that we're managing. So that we're going to be sharing it on there too. So
we do.
Where do we look for?
For Facebook, what is yours called?
Anderson County Office on Aging and Senior Center, I think.
Okay. And then ours is just Anderson County TN Gov, government, and Instagram.
Gotcha.
We're on Instagram. Got that set up yesterday. So that was like a 2-hour process.
Oh my gosh,
for some reason. I know. I'm not doing Snap yet. Sorry.
Please, no.
So that's not where the audience is anyway. But we're out there. So
and we do have different hours though. Our hours are 8:30 to 4.
Okay.
We found that at 7:30 to 4:30 was not working. There was there was nobody there in the afternoon, and it actually helps with staffing issues too. With people coming in.
And for your lunch, you do prefer if people call ahead or
yes, please, everybody stopped calling in. Well, not everybody, I shouldn't say that too, but almost everybody stopped calling in because we have to count those meals. And if we are under United Way as well as for lunch for the seniors. So we serve between 12 and 1. So anybody can come in at 1 minute to 1 who is in need, and we will feed them their lunch. But yes, we need people to call in
so that
or
you don't
sign
run out
up.
or
Yes, so we don't and that's a big concern.
Would they just call in if they're going to be there that day, or they call in and say I want to come every day, or what?
They can do whatever they want.
They just let you know, so you got enough food.
Exactly. For instance, we have somebody that says, we're going to come every day. Okay. Good. And then they call when they can't come.
Okay.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
But we still need that communication with our seniors. They need to really let us know, because we've been scrambling a lot lately and here's some mac and cheese. Well, here's also that, chicken surprise, whatever it may be. So we don't have
you're having to use resources from another day to fill that
and we're
day.
Sitting here going, oh no.
Yeah.
And then it's hard because when you give the seniors a choice, it can get very harrowing in that front window. Seriously. It's like, I want that. But we try and do everything we can for them. I really enjoy them because I'm a senior too.
I'm getting closer.
Do you mind? Do you guys see if I mind if I see if anybody has any questions for you that we haven't asked? And what's the phone number to the Senior Center for our listeners out there that might need to ask you something, or maybe wants to get more information from you?
It is 865, of course, 457-3259.
Okay.
And tell them to say hello to Nicole. Hi, Nicole.
Let's take a real quick break and see if I've got any questions here for you. And in the meantime, think about if there's anything else you want to go over and tell people about that's going on in the Senior Center.
Oh, there's a lot. I just don't want to. I don't want to monopolize.
Oh, no. That's why you're here. Stephanie can tell you can stay as long as you want. Yep. Makes my job a lot easier if you're talking and I'm not. So, all right, we're back in just a moment, folks. This is Ask Your Neighbor, AM 1380 WYSH FM 101.1 and 99.5. Good morning.
You never know when life is going to throw you a curveball. Say you're involved in a traffic accident and you need some legal advice. Maybe you're released from your job for no reason. Or you suspect it's because you're getting older. You might know of someone whose marriage is on the rocks. Divorce is soon. Bad things happen to good people all the time. And Saturday mornings from 11 until noon, T. Scott Jones will be taking your calls and giving you legal advice. That's 11 until noon Saturday mornings, right here on WYSH.
Hey folks, Jay Carter here, inviting you to join me every Saturday morning at 6 a.m. for the Saturday Morning Classics. I play those classic country songs that radio has long forgotten about, songs from the 1940s all the way to the early 90s, and I take requests. And stick around for the Saturday's trading time starting at 9 a.m. And then during the 10 o'clock hour, it's Shylock's Bluegrass Picks, an hour of bluegrass music sponsored by Shylock's Pawn Shop. That's every Saturday from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on WYSH.
Happy New Year from Hammers. Get your new year started off right with new bargains from Hammers. Since 1952, Hammers has been bringing low prices and incredible deals to East Tennessee. The Hammers family will continue to make sure that our store provides the same everyday low prices from your favorite brands in clothing and home goods in 2025. We want our customers, old and new, to have the same great shopping experience as in the good old days. So come in and check out our famous brands like Carhartt, Wrangler, Columbia, Simply Southern, and many of the latest Lady Boutique brands at Hammers' low prices. Redecorating in the new year? Stop by and check out our great selection of area rugs and home decor. So before you shop online, stop in at Hammers, Clinton, Sevierville, Halls, New Tazewell, and Wartburg, a hometown retailer that supports the community you live in. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Saturday. And don't forget to check out Hammers' Instagram and Facebook. And remember, if you miss a day at Hammers, you'll miss a bargain.
It's time for new flooring, and just in time, Karen's Carpet Sales is offering the sale of a lifetime on LVP from Mohawk. Waterproof floating floor with an innovative lacquer that repels dirt and grime for simple cleaning. And best of all, it's only $1.99 per square foot and comes with a 25-year residential warranty. If it's time to freshen up the look of your home, nothing brightens it up like new flooring. Whether you decide on carpet or laminate, let Karen's Carpet Sales help you give your home just the look you want. Come in and see what's new and bring your imagination. Laminate vinyl plank is waterproof, scratch resistant, and you can choose from several colors. And when your floors look good, you feel good. Karen's Carpet is your headquarters for flooring, carpet, laminate, and on sale now, LVP from Mohawk. Karen's Carpet has been serving East Tennessee for over 50 years. They're located in Claxton, 1961 Clinton Highway, 865-945-3353. Karen's Carpet, the store that gives you more. 945-3353.
Good morning, everybody. Let's see. It's 10:51, AM 1380, WYSH, FM 101.1 and 99.5. Robin Popick, the director of Anderson County Senior Center and of Anderson County Office on Aging, is with us. Stephanie Wells is with us. Stephanie's here at least once, almost once a month, talking about tourism. We get Stephanie up here because everything she talks about is fun. there's never anything that's controversial or hard to talk about. It's always four-wheelers and fun, you know? So, one thing, you told me you were going to tell me about the parking lot and the car staying overnight.
Yes, that's
what was going on there?
Well, do you know Yes Go Travel?
Yes Go Travel.
Susie Housley?
I'm not familiar with it, no, ma'am.
All right. She actually is a great partner of ours because she pays a fee to the county to be able to park there for our seniors who go on her day trips or weekend trips.
Okay.
Nice.
So the seniors all know where the senior center is.
Yes.
And she has some really fantastic trips. I actually went on one a couple of weeks ago with the seniors.
Yeah.
I had a great time. And so everybody parks their cars there. The buses come pick them up, and they have a place they don't have to worry about.
That's fantastic. That's a great idea.
She pays us a fee for that. And so if you ever see a bunch of cars there, that means, hey, there's a
They're
senior
on a day
trip going on. Yeah.
Let me see. We've got a call here. I see we have a question this morning. Good morning. Do you have a question or comment for our guest today?
Yes. Good morning to you, Ron.
Good morning, sir.
I was listening to all the services they offer and stuff there, but I didn't hear anything about any type of computer education. I don't know if they offer computer classes down there or what there, but I was kind of curious about it there. I'm in that qualifying age group there, getting up close to 70. But anyway, I'll hang up and listen. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Have a good day.
All right.
Well, we are getting some interest as far as computer classes.
Yes.
One of the things the seniors got with me was I used to work for Microsoft. So I used to actually be the trainer for the people who go on the phones on how to use software.
Cool.
Gotcha.
We do have a PC that's dedicated to any senior who wants to come in, but we are in talks with the mayor's office about how we can roll something like that out.
Well, I know you mentioned earlier, too, you've got somebody that helps with the phones. I don't know if, the phone today, the phone is your computer for the most part. So I know you said you have somebody that helps with that, but could possibly have something to do with just computer classes later on.
Just computer classes. We want to know what is it that they're looking for. Do they want to learn how to use browsers, how to use a Boolean search? Do you want to know how to get to Facebook or how to use software? Do you want to learn Word or publishing or Excel?
Or maybe you just need help filling out a form.
Yeah.
Some of that can get
because computer classes is a very wide range of areas. So we are asking folks, what is it that you're looking for? What do you want to learn? Tell me what you want to learn. And sometimes people don't know what they want to learn because they haven't done it. So it's we'll see what happens with the seniors.
Well, I have to tell this on my husband. I'm pretty sure he's not listening because he's at work. But he went from the field into the office and never had really worked on a computer and really honestly didn't know the process of just turning one off.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just can't turn it off. What are you doing? And so just little things like that. And he's like, just, having one of the screens got minimized. It always stayed up and it got minimized and he couldn't find it. Where'd it go? And it's just generally learning. How do you operate a computer?
Oh, I get it.
If you've never done it, if you just throw one in front of somebody, it's overwhelming.
When they wanted to bring, I don't know how old these computers are in here. This one is the newest one, and it's 5 years old, but it's the newest. But the one that we're using right here on television, Brad's, is 24 years old.
Oh,
That gives you an idea how updated we are on our computers around here. So if you don't keep up with it,
and it's changing all the time.
Absolutely.
Just like I said, my phone just updated. It's doing something totally different. Yeah. So, all of that updates all the time.
I'll be more than happy to do the classes and lead. I'll be happy, or if we can get a professional in there, that would be great. But right now, it's all in the talk stages. There was an area dedicated at one time to it, but that's before my time. I see the need.
Yep. Well, speaking of professionals, they're always looking for people with professional talents to come in
and share them. Show us. Bring in your woodworking talents. Bring in your whatever talent you have, and teach somebody something. It's a lot of fun, actually. We have the rooms.
Sure.
You just let us know, and we dedicate a room to exactly what you want. We'll bend over backwards for you, whatever you need.
Well, like I said, if you will leave me or email me a calendar or what have you, we'll put it. We'll keep people as updated as you will let us do. Keep them updated to what you're doing and what days you're doing it on. And
so the answer to your caller is stay tuned.
Yes.
Get plugged in.
Sorry, we forgot all about him.
Come down, get involved, and then.
Yes. Well, check out the calendar. It will probably pop on there. Just stay tuned. And then, like I said, hopefully Robin can come back once a month and she'll be able to announce next month that there's a computer class.
I just realized how old I am, though. Because I was outsourced to Microsoft in 1994, 95. Wow. I'm old. But I kept up on everything, though. Oh, my. No, I shouldn't say that anymore.
No, that's like I keep saying. I've been doing this for 25 years, but they hired me when I was 15. So,
I get it. I've been here since 1990. I tell everybody I started when I was 13. That's the truth. I did start when I was 13, just not here.
Mine's not the truth. But anyway, we're going to go with it.
You can come and teach public speaking.
Oh, man.
There you go. How to overcome those barriers.
That anxiety,
Yeah, how to do a question and answer
Would
session
be happy
with your doctor.
You let me know anything I can do. I've said this, anything that I can do to help our community that I'm, able to do, I do. If I can, I'm happy to do it. Just let me know. I'll come do it. So, is there anything else you want people to know that you're doing? Any needs that you have? Anything that
we always are looking for donations.
Okay.
Physical donations, not clothing or bedding, but something that can be used for Office on Aging bingos for our seniors. One day I showed up at work and somebody dumped the entire contents of their home and right in the front.
Oh, goodness.
No, I mean the entire contents of the home.
I get it,
So I was on the phone to one of our community partners and said, come pick it up.
But, if you're a business and you have a gift card.
Sure.
Or,
anything. Yes. We're very grateful to anything.
A tumbler you give away. Just, anything like that.
We also have another group of police officers that's led by Colt Jennings, who goes out and puts up the handrails in the bathrooms or wherever the senior may need it at no cost.
Sure.
So we're working with the community, and our police have been phenomenal partners. I can't even describe how and because the senior feels safe when they see these gentlemen.
Oh yeah, the officers coming in and talking to them.
Yes, and they find out other needs
and
as well.
It's hard to find. I mean, construction is booming. You know, everybody's got jobs, they're working hard, and it's really hard to find that one handyman that'll come out and just install a handrail.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And we're working right now.
Like you said, and a lot of people don't want somebody in their home that they don't know, so.
Right, and we're partnering with a Boy Scout, okay, who's doing an Eagle project, who may be doing some woodworking for us, maybe making ramps for our seniors or even the benches by the birdhouses. So it hasn't been finalized yet. But
hang on, we got some more questions here, ladies.
Oh, boy.
Good morning. Welcome to Ask Your Neighbor. Do you have a question or comment for our guest this morning, please?
Yes. Do they know what happened to Felicia, where she's at?
Where Felicia went? I don't know. Felicia was a participant down there, but I don't know. Have you guys heard from her?
I know she's had some health challenges.
Okay.
And so if you have her home phone number, you may want to speak with her there. I know she does some history stuff over at the library.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Felicia is who used to come in here. So she's having some health challenges right now.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, dear. Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Ask Your Neighbor on WYSH. Do you have a question or comment for our guests?
Yeah, I had a question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I wondered if there could be any kind of help for an autistic young man that is senior.
An autistic.
And I thought I could leave that lady my phone number, and if she knew of anything, she could call me.
Give me your phone number right quick, and one way or another, I'll get you in touch with her. What's your number?
423.
Yes, ma'am.
494-3743.
And you're talking about a senior, an autistic person that's a senior.
His mother passed away and left him. He don't know how to do anything. Can't read. He can't write. Of course, he can't drive.
We'll see. There's someone somewhere that might have some information on an agency or something, and we'll try and find that for you. Okay?
Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If anybody else has any questions, call us right quick here before we wrap up. Do you know of anything like that that's out there? That's probably the first time I've heard, maybe, of an autistic senior needing
services. Yeah.
There are a lot of different services that are available, but based on that phone call alone, I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
So, you have to talk to the individual, find out what their needs are.
I'll give you her number, or vice versa here.
I
you guys
appreciate that.
You can touch base.
And I'll reach out to her, and we'll see what we can do, and I can get her hooked up with the right folks. And
I'm sure that's probably what most of your job is.
That's what I was.
You walk into the door, it's like, okay, I'm a senior. Okay, well,
a lot. We do a lot of referral work, but I also do a lot of direct services as well. Okay.
Well, I know part of the biggest thing is seniors. A lot of people just don't know where to look.
Just call us. Yeah. We'll tell you.
I know.
We will tell you.
Yeah. Our church has I want to say a community fair, but where they bring people in, that helpful agencies, because everybody's there under one roof, and a lot of times people don't know of the help that's available to them. They don't know where to look, and seniors, that's one of the reasons that you're there, especially with the Office on Aging and stuff. If they have a need, you can point them at the very least, point them in the right direction and say, here's somebody we can attach you to that can help you with your need.
And I follow up with these things. I don't just say, here's a phone number and never see them again. I'll call, or a telephone reassurance people call and say, hey, whatever happened with XYZ. And if we find that our referral services are not working for them, then we jump on that and find something else. I do it a little differently than has been done before. I want to make sure that they get what they need. So
I know in times past we had seniors, for one, they're proud. They don't like to ask. And the telephone group played a big part. And sometimes people wouldn't ask for what they need. They wouldn't, but if somebody called them, say, I'm checking on you. You haven't been here in a few days. What's wrong?
Mm-hmm.
And, then they're more likely to tell they have a problem or something, and you're able to help it. So that's or at least it used to be a very, needed program. Just a call every now and again from somebody too that's not got out. That helps to go a long way with a senior, doesn't it?
It does. And I absolutely love the telephone reassurance group. We have 2 very competent folks in there, and they know everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And they've lived here all their lives, and it really helps to connect with the senior. But we ask different questions, not just that, because everybody says I'm fine.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I'm
we all say I'm fine.
But I want more probing questions where let's uncover the needs of what they have. Hey, when was the last time you went to your primary care doctor? Or how's your husband doing? We take copious notes. We make sure that we keep some history there, so we check up on them. And if I don't see somebody come in that door for a couple of days, I'm personally on the phone. Hey, are you all right?
Mm-hmm.
You could ask people that. It's true. They go, Robin, we're okay. Can't we just be away for a couple of days? I'm like, well, I just want to make sure you're all right, and it's a way of keeping up on each other, especially when somebody lives alone or they lost a spouse.
Sure.
I mean, we have offered Covenant, actually, came out of their comfort zone and came to our center to have grief counseling, group grief counseling, which is different than individual grief counseling. So I look for the needs, we set it up, and and just stay after them and say, hey, it's tomorrow at 1:00.
How did you come across the job? Did you just go start participating as a senior center?
No, there was a part-time grants administrator type of position, and I was a contract manager in the public sector for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just a contract person. I did contracts all my life, basically. So anyway, there were 3 line items that ETHRA sent over for a grant, and I responded to the job, and it was just part-time because I wanted a part-time job, and I said, this is great.
Back in.
This is right up my alley, to help with contract management. I just love it. I like the creativity of it and how to take a program, which is where we got the passport program from. It was actually a one-line idea from a community member, and then we just made it into a multi-page, multifunctional program. So I said, oh, this would be great. We'll have this type of program and use up, make sure we hit all our grant requirements. Yay. Yeah. And I was excited. I got to know people. And then the director said, I'm leaving. I was there 2 days. I'm leaving. So I seriously thought about going myself because, but I stayed and picked up the ball and ran with it. And I'm glad I did because it's, like I said, it's like my whole background never made sense to me. Why would I do this, and this? And now all of a sudden I'm using all of it.
Yeah.
So
that's fantastic.
God brings you in strange places for certain reasons, I'll tell you.
You're talking about grants, and obviously you have experience with them. That was one of the hurdles, and I never understood it. It took us years to get the senior center as a 501c3. It took, for a long time for us to get that where we could go and, outside of the Office on Aging, try and get grants and stuff like that. So that's refreshing that you're able to do that, get grants for stuff that you can do and use at the senior center. That's good.
Well, being a nonprofit is completely different than how the facility is run right now. It's funded by ETHRA and the state and the county, of course. But the nonprofit, from what I understand, that 501c3 that you belong to, that was a completely separate animal. It's completely separate. It was supposed to complement.
It was supposed to fund things, funnel through the gap into
there and try to assist. But I'm not part of that 501c3.
I don't know who is anymore. It's out there somewhere.
There's a lot of grants that flow through ETHRA and through the county.
Exactly.
And
it comes a different way.
Opportunity, yes.
It's more indirectly awarded to us than directly through the 501c3.
Yeah. And I always say, people ask me all the time, county government functions as a nonprofit. I mean, we're just this big, huge nonprofit, so
it feels like it. But there are fine tuning there that we can't do certain things.
Sure.
Right. And I'm okay with that. I'm used to those restrictions, but I'm happy. I mean, Ethra's been a great partner, and we use their system of record to record everything that we do. And the state, of course, and there's been changes at that level as well. They split off the disability and the Office on Aging. More to come on that. We also have more to come on a senior expo that we're trying to plan.
Oh, that's great.
So we're going to have those partners all under one tent, so to say. And we have a lot of great partners, where your wife works is a great partner.
Morning Point, yeah.
We love them.
They love you guys too.
Oh my gosh. And we just absolutely adore our partners.
In fact, I think some of the folks that used to either work at the senior center or volunteer at the senior center work over there now. I'm not sure. I know there's a relationship where a number of folks involved with the senior center are doing some stuff. Might be RNs. I can't remember over at Morning Point. She was telling me here recently. So, and then I know that they've talked about in the past their activities director, and this has been a while back. We're trying to get things where you guys could do some stuff together.
That was
some
Debbie,
of theirs,
right?
I think it was.
Yeah.
I don't
She's a
recall.
nice lady, a really nice lady.
And
we don't have an activities director, but I'm kind of like the activities director, sort of. But I work very closely with the health educator because a lot of people were under the misconception that we were going to be just focused on health care and health, and it's not really true. We want to do healthy things so that you can do all the fun stuff, and things like that. So, but it's great. We have a lot of really good folks there. We have one woman who comes in every single day to the craft room and teaches. Vivian teaches. The other woman is
That's
Kim.
where I would be.
Oh my God.
Hot gluing my hands together.
In the last county fair, we've had many of our seniors who do their paintings in the craft room win first, second, third prize.
That's awesome.
It is, and we showcase that in the Facebook page. You got to join our Facebook page.
I'll do it. I'm going to find it.
And we put some things out there. We had to unfortunately close our list. We had such an overwhelming response for St. Patrick's Day.
That's great, though.
It is. It's like I had to tell everybody. I says, yes, we can probably squeeze in all these people, but remember, we have to be ADA compliant. We have to have the chairs being able to go up and down the aisles. So, and then shucks, we could fit 5 more people.
Come the next day.
I remember when people were concerned that we would have more facility than we had people that needed when we did that. That's not the case, is it?
I don't think so. Some days we have to go in and get tables that have been folded up, put them out, and get some chairs and put them out. And it depends, I think. We literally ran out of food on Thanksgiving. We had, I think we were up to like 128 or 130 and only 110 signed up. I mean, it was insane. It was a lot of cooking, but a lot of fun.
Sounds like it.
The mayor was sweating it out in the kitchen. We were all stirring and cooking and stirring. And
it sounds like you enjoy what you do.
I do.
That's good.
Like I said, I told you I consider this job not to be a job for me, but my ministry.
Yeah.
And when I look at it that way, there's never a bad day. Never. Even when folks come in such need, and believe me, I've had people knocking on that door after it's closed asking for food. And until you are humbled by that, I don't think you can fully grasp what we do.
Your heart just goes out to these people that have worked so hard
all their
lives and get to an age where and like you said, a lot of it is pride.
Absolutely.
I mean, they just don't want to ask, but I mean, that's what
But we have that side, but we also have the fun recreational side, and everybody has fun, and we're trying to get everybody fun. Now, when I say happy and healthy, happy also means financially stable, being able to take advantage of all the benefits that are available to everybody, whether it be state sanctioned or even private industry sanctions, such as insurance carriers, things like that. And my job is to educate on a lot of these things. And I'll say, come here, come over here, sit down here. Why is this? What is going on with that? How come this? Did you know that you can have XYZ? Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's like we were talking about. You were talking about helping people get signed up for their Medicare, and that was something that I went through with my mother. She didn't, had no clue. A, B, C, or D. I mean, what do you sign up for? And it can all be very confusing.
It is very confusing, and I've spent a lot of my grown-up time explaining that to many people. But there are different circumstances that create better circumstances for us seniors, but they're unaware of it because it is not advertised to them directly. So knowing the back end of some of these things is actually helping. Yeah.
And I'll help with the advertising to them if you'll let me know.
I would love that. I would love that.
Happy to do that. That's part of what we do.
See, don't get me started. I'll talk about everything.
Well, we want you to, because for one, like I said, there's a lot of people that just don't know what you have, or maybe they know it's there, but they think it's a place where everybody goes and plays checkers all day and goes home. They don't understand what goes into it. And that's
we have Wade Johnson. He comes in once a week and DJs for us.
There you go.
And our craft room is fully functional. We have acrylics, we have oils, we have canvases, we have everything in there. It's so fully equipped.
Well, and if you don't want to go by yourself, grab a friend.
Exactly.
Find somebody to go with you.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, use your friend as an excuse to leave. But actually, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. People have come in and looked around and said, we didn't know it was here.
Yeah.
And we have cable TV for all those folks who don't have full cable in their homes. Come on in and watch it in the lobby, whatever you want to watch. And certain channels, of course, history channels and, all the cable news. And then we have the physical fitness is a lot of fun, though. We've done everything from chair yoga to Tai Chi to mindful movements to just so many things. And it helps with balance and movement. And UT is coming next month to do the matter of balance. They're currently doing it in Oak Ridge right now, and they're going to come up and do it for us.
And you're looking for a yoga either professional or amateur. Doesn't matter. If you know how to yoga.
Right, I forgot about If you know yoga or chair yoga, basically yoga, and you want to donate your time to teach our seniors how to do yoga, we would appreciate it so much. A lot of people don't realize, senior center is a lot of fun, but we run on volunteers.
Yes.
People to come in from the community to help teach things, or with the yoga.
Time donations are just as valuable as monetary donations.
So much
more so.
And the talent. We had Jo was doing our Tai Chi, and she had to step back for a while for personal reasons. But people come, and it's all about that. We don't have. Can I say it? I hope nobody. We don't have like this full budget that says, we can just bring in somebody here or there. No, we have certain things are allocated, certain monies are allocated for certain things.
Right.
But we need the community to get a little bit more involved as far as making them happy and healthy.
And if they are out there and they want to donate their time, they can call 865-457-3259, right? That's the easiest way to
Easiest way, yes. And we do have voicemail, yay. So
leave a message.
If I'm running around, and most of the seniors tell me they're going to buy me roller skates because all around the place, and I get my steps in, 10,000 steps in that place every day.
Oh, wow. You're moving.
Yeah, my feet are, barking at the end of the day. But
I understand.
I love them. You see the people, you get connected to them, and we recently lost someone who was very dear to me. On last Friday, and it broke my heart. And but it's part of the senior living life. And when that happens, we just want to make sure everybody understands that's okay. We can mourn and we can move on and celebrate. And celebrate, and it's a really good thing. We don't forget anyone, not anyone, and. It's fun. I like it. I just can't get enough of it.
I think you can tell.
That's great. That brings the cheer that you bring to the job, I'm sure is it's catching when you get down there. People enjoy it. So
it's the only bug you want to catch.
It's the only bug you want to catch. Exactly. Well, it's been nice having you in. Thank you. I guess, Stephanie, did you come to support?
I did. So, we are.
We weighted her in slowly.
Yes, so we are helping the county. I mean, I'm a county employee. I've worked for the county, for 25 years, and I don't ever say, well, that's not my job, or this is, I'm in just this pocket.
That's right.
So we're helping just get the word out there, using our skills to communicate with the public. And there's so many different ways now that people are accessing information. A lot more people are, they're not going to the website, maybe they're going to Facebook. And so we're just trying to get all that information out there and helping with them get their information.
Well, I know the mayor has a big heart for it too. I know that she has, from the very beginning, through way before you, there was turmoil and there was a building need, and then there was a building bought, but I know that she hung with it through thick and thin to get an appropriate place for the seniors. And I know that even after that, for some of the equipment and things of that nature, she's really, went to the mat to make sure that the needs that could be provided have been provided. So I know that that's special to her too.
It is. I'll guarantee you, all you have to do is just go there and spend about an hour, and you'll be hooked. I mean, seriously, you will be ready to volunteer. You'll be ready to help out, because, again, it's just the feeling when you're there. And, I mean, I think about John Rice Irwin. When a lot of people asked him, why did you start the Museum of Appalachia? He always said, because I had such a great love for my grandparents, and I would like to sit and listen to their stories. And I feel like I'm at that stage in my life where, I want to hear some of the things, I've lost all my grandparents, but just the time that I spent with them.
Yeah.
My grandfather was in World War II. Just hearing the stories that he told, my husband's grandparents lived to be in their 90s, and just talking about the change. I mean, 90 years, living 90 years, and the things that you've seen over those 90 years.
Oh, there
things
is
that we are promoting, like, civil rights and, war, Manhattan Project, all of those things, they saw this.
They lived it
firsthand, lived through it, witnessed it. And so same thing. I mean, the knowledge they have, the wisdom they have, just spend a few minutes with them.
Oh my gosh,
it's not.
I want to get oral history from everyone.
Exactly, absolutely. My grandfather did that. I'm so glad that he did. He sat down and wrote it's not very thick, it's just a little bitty book of his life and just the things that,
he saw and did.
It's great. Amazing. So, again, go for an hour, you'll be hooked.
Get hooked. And like you said, to go back to what you're saying, and I don't mean to go back.
No, go.
But you're right about the mayor. I couldn't have done this without her support. She has been the most supportive boss, I guess you can say, that I have had in a very, very long time. And her love for the seniors and the center and our veterans, and it's all combined, is just, it's out there. So now I'm going to tell a secret. So if she's listening.
Oh, she's listening, or somebody around her is. I promise.
Okay, she is a type of woman who comes in before one of the parties that we have, or a celebration, and she decorates it all on her own, and she leaves. And when I walk in, it's all done, and the seniors are like, oh, Robin. I said, wasn't me. So mouse that came in at night, and balloons. And there were times that I've sat and done that too, but with her. But she comes in quietly, doesn't ask for the accolades, nothing, and leaves these things for the seniors. And it just blew me away. Blew me away.
Well, I understood her passion for it back when the politics of it were going on, and that can get dirty sometimes, but how hard she fought for the things she wanted, and a number of our commissioners too, Tim Isabel and some of the others,
absolutely,
that really went to work to depoliticize it and make it about what it should be about. And it's about the seniors in our area and a good facility and having activities and having having the opportunity to have happy and healthy forever and ever, amen. You know?
Yes, we all want them to live longer. Let's have them live longer and healthier and happier.
Absolutely. Well, it's not worth living that long if you're not happy and healthy.
And any senior who might need some extra cash and want to work a little bit for it, they could come in and we can hook them up with the program. So there's just so many different sub-programs that are run out of that Office on Aging that helps our folks, you know.
Well,
but I had a lot of fun here today.
well, I'm hoping that you will.
Talking.
I'm hope you can. You can talk as long as you like. Come back as much as you like. But I would like you, if we'll work it out. But get you to come on a regular basis, whether you want to come monthly.
She knows where it is now. I know where it is now. I brought my breadcrumbs. But yes, I do know where it is.
Here once or twice, and you'll find it's.
Yes. Well, I have a voice. I have a voice for the nanny and a face for radio, so I'm good.
Well, it was a pleasure having you here, and thanks you for what you do, Stephanie. Thank you for bringing.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you.
Welcome. Anything going on since you've been here?
When I sat down with her and talked, and I said, "You've got to go on WYSH." I'm like, his audience. That's who you need to talk to, and you're so easy to talk to.
Well, thank you.
I'll do anything for the senior center. I'll even show my face on something. It's fine.
Well, you're on TV right now in about 50,000 homes. So.
Hi.
Anything
new in tourism since you were here?
We've got several things going on. I think I'm going to be here later on this month. But
okay.
There's just a lot of events. So check out our website, adventureanderson.com. We were just at the lady that works with me was at the hill climb on Friday. And it's not the busiest day of that event, but, you know, it gears up that day. And she got some great pictures. So we'll be sharing those out. But there's just a lot of events going on. So
fantastic.
If you're looking for something to do on the weekend, you should find it.
You step out in a day like today,
exactly.
and you say, and it's time. Here we go.
Well, and where was I yesterday? I can't remember where I was yesterday, but I was just sitting there, and somebody walked in, and they had just been to Aspire Park, and you know they were just going on. I overheard them talking about it, and they were just going on and you know how much they loved that and what a great asset it is. But we have it is. Without a doubt, but we have so many great outdoor spaces too. And I know spring break is coming up, so you know, be sure to check those out. Don't sit at home over spring break. So
we got plenty to do right here.
Plenty to do out there. So
what's that song? You got to move it. Yes, you got to move it.
Absolutely. So
every time I think of Madagascar.
Yes. Real to real. Got to move it. I actually play that sometimes for the seniors.
Sure.
On the Facebook page, like if I see people doing it.
Oh yeah. That. Absolutely.
It's been a pleasure having you ladies, and look forward to having you back. All right.
I look forward to being back. Thank you.
Thank you. Anytime, guys. All right, we're going to wrap things up today. You guys stick around here. We got a lot going on all day. Coming up tonight, 6 o'clock, Trading Time, Prime Time, great classic country all the time. Tomorrow, David West stars and stories of the Kaz Walker Show, and I'll be back here, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. I hope to see you then.
I am James, Senior Apparel Designer, and this is Behind the Design with Hawks. Hawks is your classic workwear brand. It's designed for those guys that are on the job site. Just driven performance, just rugged and comfortable. Thinking of durability, everything is either double, triple stitched, bar tacked. It's built durable. It's going to perform. It's going to move with you. It's going to have everything that you need in a product. Hawks, only at Boot Barn.
This Entertainment Insider is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Survivor is celebrating its 25th anniversary, and host Jeff Probst has been there from the beginning. He still can't believe his luck.
That I ended up on a show where I get to play in the world of psychology while being a storyteller. I still can't believe I ended up on the one show that has all of the things I'm into.
What do your home and auto have in common? Progressive protects them both. That was an easy riddle. Learn more at progressive.com.
Progressive knows when you're in your RV, you're already on vacation. That's when you become Vacation You, who just camped where there's absolutely no shade. Even though regular you burns easily. In fact, Vacation You burns too, but is too stubborn to admit it, which is why regular you gets in trouble at the dermatologist, because Vacation You doesn't do doctors. So bundle your RV with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Good morning. Have a great day, everybody. It's going to be another fantastic day. Temperatures top out in the mid to upper 70s. A little breezy at times with the winds out of the southwest 5 to 15 miles per hour and elevated fire danger once again. As we get into our Thursday, increasing clouds as a little bit of light rain across the Southern Valley. Not expected much as a weak wave moves on through. But once again, we're still tracking a storm system and a powerful one for the upcoming weekend. Track it with the East Tennessee Weather app. Have a great day. That's a check of your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Mike Witcher from the East Tennessee Weather Center for AM 1380, FM 101.1, and FM 99.5 WYSH.
Thank you for listening to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Make sure you tune in at 10 a.m. each day, Monday through Friday, right here on AM 1380 WYSH and BBB TV 12, or listen live